What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Lucky week 13 it is. Everyone hoping for a little good fortune this time around as we enter the home stretch of the regular season. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Love from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. To the left and pulled in by Cup. That's 16 on the pickup. And they're going to have a 1st down. Now a give running right. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that takes them to 3rd down. Shotgun now for Love. Complete beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's a give up the middle. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Stop made by Braden Fisk. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Love out of the shotgun. Dumps it off to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They send a man in motion. Love on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5. Love looking to pass. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
3rd and long. Here's Love. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Returning it from the 4. Oh, he eats a hit to bring it into that return right near the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Right to the air with Smith. And his first pass falls incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Kevin Byard there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. They're going for this. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
First down throw. Here's Love. And in for the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Nope.
Bro, what happened to me, bro? Like, that tryouts, I was going to beat everybody.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders.
You said what, gang?
And he sends the point after right through the
I'm in a man game right now. I got my stream on. Nigga, ain't nobody else joined. It was just Tay. Me and Viral been in here. Sherm said he was here. I don't know. Tweed said he was here. I guess they was waiting for niggas to say join up.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27.
Alright, well, yeah, we just waiting, though. We ain't tripping. I'm off. We all off today, though, so we got all night, gang.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
You say you trying to get 3 dubs tonight.
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's caught after a game of about 2. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker.
You said what?
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Nah, nigga, but have some respect, nigga.
From the 29.
Shit.
On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. First down yardage.
We here, bro. We got niggas, bro. I said we got niggas.
It's a two-score game early. Back in a moment with more.
You gonna have to run a lot
on EA Sports.
Nah, that's not the point I'm saying though. Sherm good, but Sherm can't really defend an elite ball handler on that build. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to.
Welcome back. We're all set to start.
You gonna put Sherm on me?
Already out to resume its drive. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Real nigga shit though. Real nigga shit.
Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
From the gun, Smith.
What dark side you hollering about?
That one's incomplete.
I want a fox? No, I said I want to make a 6-4, but I'm not foxing though.
And they have 3rd down here.
I ain't foxing. 6'4" demon lock.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. Patrick with the catch. And it's a nice game, but still not enough.
Damn.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days.
Oh, yeah. No hurt about it. I might have start acting for team up smoke.
I promise you, some money will follow.
Fourth down, Smith. That's cut beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first.
I'm here. I'm just in the mag league then. I'm here.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Putting a receiver in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Kelsey makes the catch. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Picked up by Fred Warner.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down here at the 16.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They kick the running back in motion. From the 16. Complete to Beckham. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one.
Yeah, we just was talking about you too, P.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning.
Just was talking about you, gang.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Loves to throw again. He's on the move. And oh, he got it! Interception! Drew Tranquil with the pick. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down.
Red zone defense. It is a part of this week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even turning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone.
What noise? Oh, that's probably my nephew in the background with that dumbass iPad. Turn that shit down, Mark. That's probably what you hear. Yeah, that's him with that iPad. He's laying right behind me. I'm crying. Where the hell you at, nigga? We got Cam Smoke on. Pick. Yeah, he just left.
And a great return comes to an end with the tackle. Well, Brock,
he just left.
Defense, okay. You are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions.
Now you popping
it's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, kid. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception?
See y'all niggas playing Thunder.
These defenders
fuck is that about?
Squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Oh, I feel you.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT.
Oh, I keep throwing picks to this nigga, bro. I didn't even have to force that shit just now.
That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough.
That's on me. I'm throwing the ball long as hell.
But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
First down, Smith to throw.
Pick. Word. You got to crib this, though. He keeps stopping.
But not until after a very nice return. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment.
He plays the Patriots now.
They throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see.
And he gets in. Touchdown. These guys boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just
you at the crib
in for an old school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. I'm
about to say, he said he'd be at the crib like 40 minutes.
And we challenge you to stop us.
He out with tweez anyway, so
Sanders all set to send it away.
We're gonna need niggas. Why call Viral? Josh was Viral had to leave real quick.
Return coming from the 6.
I really want us to go out there with 3 niggas that can put the ball on the floor, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that shit low-key be limited us. Like, yeah, it's good to have a lock out there, but 3 niggas that can put the ball on the floor, that's tough to guard.
He's looking to throw. Short pass brought in.
That's what I'm saying. That shit'd be tough to guard. Like, I'm cool with my lock. I ain't tripping, but it's only but so much I can do with that nigga as far as putting the ball on the ground.
Yo!
Patrick going in motion right. From the 30 on 2nd down. It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Smith to the air now. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And they pick him off again. J.C. Horn to pick it off. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare! 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offense coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Thrown on 1st down, Love. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And look at this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominating in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up.
It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Throw right side, caught by Smith. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Love out of the shotgun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Love. Finds him over the middle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Josie Jewell making that stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Third and 4 coming up now. Love from the gun. Gets this to OBJ. He'll be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up. Trying to push this past the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
Well, I know everybody on that offensive side of the ball appreciates that kind of effort. Got it by more than just a couple of inches. In fact, no need for a measurement on that as they move the chains.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up. Simple dive up the middle. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Love. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Is in. Touchdown. These guys push their lead further to start the half. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Sanders all set to send it away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This, our last play of the quarter. They put Bourne in motion right. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our 3rd quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. This one, well, it has been a rough watch for the hometown guys. Their side getting blown out as we begin the 4th. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Smith on 1st down. And they pick him off again. Picked up by Fred Warner. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Slot man motioned over. 1st down throw. Here's Love. Dumps it off to his running back. He loses the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Well, that is not how you make the most of an opportunity when your defense gives you the football back. But the good news is, Brock, at least they get another shot at it.
Yeah, when you're running on the field, you feel the joy of that defense, right? They just got you a possession. They're giving you an opportunity. And thankfully, they saved the day by at least jumping on the ball.
Has it at the 7. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Second and goal coming up from the 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Cut near the goal line. He has the touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And these guys grow their lead yet again.
35. Our home team, nothing. Jason Sanders is set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First and 10 now. Here's Smith. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he found some running room for a nice gain.